Guys, happy June. I hope you enjoyed the new moon in Gemini that just passed on the 25th of May because that was an incredible new moon, especially for the Geminis, any air sign essentially. You were really speaking your truth. You were really getting out what you needed to communicate to people, which is excellent. The full moon on June 9th is in Sagittarius, so good luck is around the corner. Jupiter is finally going back direct on June 9th with that full moon. So we got our luck back. We got our optimism back. Even if May was a chaotic month for you, June is definitely going to be more of a focus on family, friends, and responsibilities at the home. A lot of more inner deep work. You're going to want to stay home, but with family. Okay, so Mercury and Venus are officially out of our retrograde zone, so they're no longer affecting us. Like I said, Jupiter is going direct June 9th, thank God. Saturn is still in retrograde, unfortunately, until August 23rd, and Saturn puts a lot of limitations, a lot of restrictions, and a lot of boundaries on us, and a lot of obstacles, essentially. So Saturn really forces us to be an adult, and when you have Saturn and Jupiter retrograde, like, it just feels like life is too bogged down, and you can't really get any focus. Then we have Neptune, which is going retrograde on June 16th, and that's going to be more of a spirituality focus. We're going to do a lot of inner work. Be careful with the drugs and alcohol because Neptune really forces us to want to escape, right? So if you feel like you want to escape and you want to be more focus on the unseen world, things like that. Meditation is excellent. There are other ways to escape. I know that in Canada, we've got like one more year before weed is legalized, but that doesn't change the fact that it's mood altering and it's a mind altering substance. So just be careful, right? Like we can do these things to let loose, but when we're using it as an addiction, as a crutch to not come to terms with what's going on in our world, in our direct life, then it can be completely disastrous. Then we have Pluto, which is still in retrograde until September 28th, and Pluto retrograde forces us to do a lot of inner work, a lot of transformations on a deep, deep level. So that's pretty much what's going on. I'm going to put information about numerology in the description box because I'm realizing how important numerology is as a tool when it comes to just figuring out what's going on with the month. And obviously, if you're here, you're looking for some guidance for your month at hand. Honestly, seriously, try the numerology because to have that plus this plus astrology, you just feel a lot more in control. You're just more understanding of what's going on. You realize that everything has a higher, deeper purpose, and it's not just you going through whatever. Like it's all part of a bigger picture. So that kind of allows us to hone in on it, and then you're just more accepting with what comes, right? Okay, so some financial worry here. Some changes to that financial worry as well. That's what popped out. Gemini, June 2017, and just feeling really restricted because of that. Feeling like you can't get your power back. But it's all thoughts. It's all how you perceive it. So as much as you might feel like you have no control over your financial situation, it's only how you're viewing it. I always talk about my Gemini father-in-law who, he worries about money, yet this is the best he's ever done financially. He's got a boat. He's got a home that's doubled in value in a year. He's got a beautiful family. Everybody loves him. He's got great friends. Yet it's almost like if he didn't complain about money, you wouldn't have anything to talk about. So sometimes we latch on to these identities because we're so used to that being what we're conditioned to think. Who wants to hear about the person who's doing well? It seems like you go and you talk to somebody and they're only just talking about their complaints, right? Their problems. So it's almost like you want to just fit in. So you complain about it too. When at the end of the day, nobody actually wants to hear about you complaining about finances, especially when you're way better off than anybody else. Like, Geminis are doing really well right now, incredibly well. And there should be no shame. There should be absolutely no shame in that. Okay, so I'm doing a reading for Gemini for June 2017. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so the cards that popped out, 5 of Pentacles, so some worry there. Worry that change that's coming in is going to affect your finances and feeling like you might have to ask for help. Feeling like the crutches that you've had are gone. Then the next card was just that empowerment, feeling like you have no power over a situation. And then the next card that came out was emotional well-being, moving forward with those emotions. This could also be a young water sign or a young emotional sign that is plaguing you right now, that you're feeling like this young water sign is taking a lot of your power away. They mess up your finances so much that you feel like you have no freedom, you have no financial freedom to move forward. And then there's also an older air sign, female energy, who has a couple kids, one predominant child, and kind of just bulldozed over your situation here. So that is what popped out. But then we also have some rust at home, some heartbreak, and like you're never going to get that happy family because something was revealed and now you're kind of alone here. So still a lot of financial balance, some envy when it comes to a relationship, a marriage, a happiness, something at home and family, and just feeling like somebody took from you and they don't even care. And that was revealed to you, and now you're hurting. Now you're hurting and you're alone. You're hurting and you're resting at home. It was very sly what this person did. It was very cunning what this person did, for sure. They almost like dripped you dry in a way. It wasn't a very positive situation. And because of it, you know, you still recognize that you're abundant and that you have more than enough and you can move on with happiness. But there's pain that needs to be recognized, that needs to be chilled on. You need to take some time to work through that pain, to rest through it. Okay? Let's go, Gemini. This makes me sad because my father-in-law is a Gemini. Okay. So the situation is about letting go, sacrifice, moving forward, but not yet. Like, this is really just a time to rest on it. A soulmate, a partnership, a love is the obstacle and the aid. Time to let go. I'm sorry. Time to let go. You know what I mean when I say let go. Whether that's, you know, you're still in the relationship, but you need to let go of something within it, like a restriction within that relationship, because this soulmate relationship is the obstacle and the aid to you getting some peace with your sacrifices, with you letting go, with your standstill right now. But subconsciously, you're confused about the whole thing. You feel like you've been left in the dark. Internally, you're incredibly confused about the whole thing. So you're thinking that maybe I should just chill on going forward. Maybe it's easier to just focus on financial worry with this young water sign and this older air sign, because you're too confused subconsciously that you're like, well, I'll just chill. Your thoughts were going crazy. Your thoughts were totally going crazy. It wasn't grounded enough. That's what happened. The relationship, the whatever, the empowerment that is being taken from you, it wasn't grounded enough. It was way too in the clouds. It was way too hypothetical. There was actually no substance there whatsoever. But you're doing really well. You're incredibly supported. You have a lot of love surrounding you. So even though this didn't work too well, and it's time to let go and create some sacrifices within this soulmate relationship, you still need to recognize that you're incredibly abundant. and happy. Whatever new came in was incredibly good. Family and friends, they see that. They see that you still have power. They see that you still built yourself up a lot. You got so much power, it's coming out the wazoo. You have so much empowerment. Like, it's overwhelming for family and friends. So, like, why is Gemini doing so well? They should be destroyed right now. They should be completely upset. They're letting go of something. They're complaining about their finances, yet they're doing so well. That's what family and friends are seeing. Hope and fear. You wanted really something beautiful to create. You really wanted to create something beautiful that was going to nurture you for life, but you feared it. You feared it as well. So you sat back, and now it's time to let go because there's no more to do when it comes to it. And yeah, it might be a pain in the back, but it's your thoughts. It's only how you think about the situation that's going to be the pain. The situation just is what it is. You're letting go. You're still learning. You've still grown from this experience. It's almost like this is your time to take a rest, to be like, wow, that hurt. That was painful. What did I learn from that? Don't allow your own thoughts to sabotage your growth. Because these thoughts, like I said, are creating a standstill. This horse is not moving. And it was going. I remember your last spread, there was so much forward movement. Now it's really stopped because it's been decided that you're going to be pained by the situation instead of just recognizing that this is way deeper than what you thought. A lot of the times soulmates come into our lives just to give us what we need at that time, and then they move on. So just because you're not married and established with this person doesn't mean that they're not still your soulmate. They still did something to you on a soul level that has to be acknowledged. Outcome is that you feel cheated. You feel like they really took from you when you weren't even paying attention. The thing is, it's just inner. These are all thoughts. Swords are thoughts. So it's not actually what's going on. It's just what you think, right? You think that this person took your finances, took your empowerment. You think that this person is hurting you. Even the Three of Swords, right? That's all. The Four of Swords, which is all about rest. Rest your thoughts down when it comes to overthinking about this pain. Because you are so abundant. You are so abundant. Their loss. Don't be confused. It's their loss at the end of the day. You still totally benefited from this relationship, from this whatever that you're letting go of. You totally benefited from letting go of this soulmate relationship. Okay. Gemini, June 2017, Indigo, please. I need a card for the Geminis for June 2017. What can Geminis use for advice for June 2017? Gemini, June 2017. Gemini, June 2017. Okay, I'm pulling it. Gemini, June 2017, your indigo advice is to have divine timing. So, at the end of the day, this is all part of a bigger purpose, and it just wasn't the right time. So, soulmates reincarnate. They come back in different forms. They come back in different people. We actually have multiple soulmates. It's the twin flames that you really want, but we actually have multiple soulmates, whether that is in the form of a pet, a friend, whatever. We have multiple soulmates. So this one, it wasn't the right time. And hopefully when and if it comes back and in what form it comes back, then we'll be more prepared. Then we'll have more empowerment and we won't have to be focused on all the mundane details of the relationship, and we won't be fearful of what we're creating and what we're nourishing for ourselves through this. Divine timing. Okay? Love you, Geminis. Have an amazing June. Have an amazing July as well, but I will come see you in July. And like I said, reach out to me if you want more information on numerology, on astrology, on whatever. Let's just chat. Bye. Love you guys.